Hi, welcome back Panther Nation. I'm Editor-in-Chief Abby Carter here with head boys soccer varsity coach Aaron Buck. Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
All right, so winning the first region game, what tone does that set for the rest of the season?
Oh, it's huge for us because our region is so competitive with all the other schools that are there. We're all really close in regards to talent. When you get your first win, and that sets you up in a place where we can, bounce on to the next one, and just gives us a sense of comfort.
And how have the players been progressing since the beginning of the season?
Oh, it's been really good. We've had a really interesting start to the season. The injury bug hit pretty hard this year, so we've had to rotate lots of players in and out, which is on one hand not been great in regards to continuity, but it has allowed for our younger players to get a lot of playing time, even though they may not have felt they were ready for it. So it's been good.
And who are some of the leaders on the team?
Oh, well, you have our senior class is doing a really good job. Kobo Velez, Braden Burnell, Josh Sims, Camilo Velez. Camilo's a junior. They've all really stepped up, as captains. They've acted as captains this year and have done a really good job of, leading the team, even in, the disjointed nature of having players constantly in and out of the lineup. They've done a really good job of keeping everybody together and keeping our team spirit pretty high.
That's great. And who are some of the underdogs? Who are the people that are working really hard behind the scenes?
Oh, there's a lot of those. We've had a lot of players this year that have been asked to do a lot of things that they're not used to or they've never done before. We have a couple of freshmen that have come in. Grant Farron and Aiden Clary have come in and really been exposed. We have actually two more freshmen. Tucker Hawkins, he's a goalkeeper who has come up. We had a goalkeeper situation where we needed a backup, and he's stepped right in and said, Coach, I'm here to help. And Connor Miranda has stepped in. When we were really short players, he and Nadir Terreri both stepped in and said, Coach, we're here to help. And we've had players when they come back from injury, like Ali Othman has just stepped in like it was yesterday. And I really can't say enough about all the players that have just had a good attitude, even though it's been in and out. One player in particular who he's really kind of a quiet giant for us is Mason Stallings. He's a sophomore defender, and he just comes in. He really steadies the ship for us defensively and just does a really, really good job.
And what are some things that you're working on in the middle of the season?
Well, one, we had a nice break. We actually got really lucky in our scheduling we had winter break off, and then our game last week against Marist got canceled because of the rain. So we actually ended up with a 2-week break. So now we have everybody back healthy. The Northgate game was the first time that we had everybody available for selection, which was really, really nice. So what we're working on now is creating that continuity. The team spirit's good and the players are all having a really good time with one another. It's just trying to get those minutes of playing together so everything's a little bit smoother. Just looking forward to the last push for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, and you can definitely see the results of that 2-week break.
Yes.
And who are some big competitors that are coming up that we can look out for?
Well, tomorrow we have Whitewater, which is always a big game for us. Again, a region game. It's going to be very tightly contested. It's at Whitewater this year, and this year we've bounced. We started last year with the Whitewater game as we do our canned food drive. That correlates with the game, and Whitewater decided they were going to do that this year. So we're having a little canned food competition with them, and between the schools, and we have partnered with the National Guard for this game. So it's kind of raising its level of elevation. Next week we play Columbus, who is, I think they're ranked number 2 in 4A. So they're a perennial power in 4A, which will be a good test for knowing where we're going next year when we drop to 4A. And then obviously at the end of the month, on the 31st, we have McIntosh, which if you've been here longer than 5 minutes, you know what the McIntosh game means. So
yeah, most definitely. Thank you so much for talking to us today.